And good afternoon. Well, good afternoon. It's good morning, almost afternoon. Good morning. How are you doing? Thanks for streaming with us. We really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying this more seasonable weather. You know, it was a little warmer. Actually, I guess for the whole month, it was a little cooler. Then it got warmer, and now we're back to where we should be for this time of the year. This morning, if you thought it was kind of chilly, well, this is what we should see in December with lows in the 40s and highs in the 60s. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Now, will this cooler weather or more seasonable weather, will it last into Christmas? That probably not. But it is going to be very changeable next week. And at this point, I think we're going to see a storm system come in just before Christmas. Looks like Christmas Eve is going to be really wet. And then as we head into Christmas, that system should pass. And then I'm looking at maybe partly cloudy skies, lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s, maybe a slight chance for rain. Now, having said that, if the timing changes any at all, then that'll change everything. Instead of Christmas seeing partly cloudy skies, we'll have some clouds and rain. But it looks like right now, I think warmer than average. That's pretty much a given. Lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s, and right now I'm going to go with just a 20% chance of picking up a shower. All right, out there right now, it is just absolutely beautiful. This morning we had a low of 45, which was really close to where we should be for this time of the year. Normal low is 42, record low 18. It can get cold this time of the year. And by the way, I continue to scan pattern changes that would just unload polar air into South Texas, and I just don't see that happening, at least not anytime soon. There are some indications, and this is a long way out, some indications that somewhere around New Year's Eve, which is very typical. I don't know what it is about the calendar because it shouldn't have anything to do with it, but it seems like New Year's Eve, there's always a cold front that comes in right on New Year's Eve. And I think there's a possibility of that polar front, but that's a long way out. Just kind of keep in the back of your mind. Record high for the day, 82, set back in 2012, and you definitely need the sunglasses today. Temperatures will warm up to around 67. That's close to where we should top out in the afternoons. So when you look at the record books, it's going to go down as a day like we would normally see for this time of the year. Let's check out those temperatures. We're at 56 right now. Kerrville's at 60. Fredericksburg is at 60. The surface high with real weak winds is right over the hill country. So even though they were way down there, I think Fredericksburg hit 32. We've in just a few hours, I would say probably in the last just 4.5 hours, Fredericksburg has gone from 32 to 60. That's a big jump. I mean, that'll just show you how dry it is out there. Temperatures here, 56. Hallettsville's coming in right around 60. Let's take a look at what's going on across the state. Now, my frontal boundary may be off a little bit. Yeah, it's off a little bit. It's pushed way down into the Gulf of Mexico. High pressure pretty much right overhead, and it's just a pretty day for the most part all across the state of Texas, and just about everybody from San Antonio to Houston and northward are in the 50s. Amarillo's at 52, Midland 53, 56 here, Houston 55. And then if you go further south into deep South Texas, temperatures in the 60s and 70s there. All right, let's take a look around the nation. Let's see, high again, right around 67 for us. But man, is it cold. It is really frigid up across the northern portions of the country. If you've got anybody that lives up in Bismarck, North Dakota, the high today is going to struggle to reach 10 degrees. That's Arctic air up there. Minneapolis, St. Paul, they may reach 30 for a high, somewhere around there, upper 20s, really cold stuff, and some snow in Chicago, 33 degrees. So northern part of the country, really chilly. I'm going to rewind. I'm going to roll this back a little bit, just a few hours. And then I'm going to put it forward. This is a forecast model, by the way. And I want to keep track of that polar air. Can you see that polar air right there moving from like Omaha, Nebraska is in the 40s? That polar air is going to work in there by tonight. And look at those temperatures just plunge in Omaha, Nebraska. By tomorrow morning, Omaha should be like around 15 degrees or so. So really cold stuff. Let's see. I'm going to see. You know, the pattern is not really conducive for that polar air to make it into South Texas, but what I think is going to happen, and as you look at the map here, I've kind of fast forwarded things to about 24 hours from now. that cold air just continues to push on down to the south, just sheer density difference. And what I think is going to happen is, even though the pattern is a little bit of west to east, most of the really cold stuff will continue to move more towards like Little Rock, Atlanta, Raleigh, North Carolina. But it may actually, kind of what we call a backdoor front, it may actually come in from the east instead of the north or the west. That's a little unusual, but with this kind of a pattern, it may just kind of backdoor in on us. And so I think Saturday may be a pretty chilly morning and kind of a chilly day. And I think Saturday is going to be kind of cool because of the cloud cover increasing as well. So the weekend kind of mild to chilly. That's what I think it looks like right now. Okay, let's take a look. Here's the upper level pattern. Now, I showed you that really cold stuff up across the northern part of the country. If the pattern was, if it was very pronounced and we had a real sharp north to south plunge in the mid and upper levels, it would drive that cold air right down here, and we would have one of those outbreaks, very frigid temperatures. You know, we could see lows in the teens with that kind of an air mass up to the north, but that's not going to happen. So don't worry about it, at least not now. So as we take a look at the pattern, the coldest of air goes more towards the Tennessee Valley and the East Coast, and not towards South Texas. So this weekend, I think it is going to be a little cool, but not frigid. Then the clouds increase on Sunday, and southerly winds come back for Monday. And we're going to have a series of these storm systems coming from northwest to south and east. And so that's why I think Christmas Eve is going to be a little on the wet side. I'm going to go with about a 40% chance of rain and cloudy skies and kind of cool to mild, let's say. And then that should pass. And if the timing works out just right for Christmas Day, really not bad. I'm going to go with partly cloudy and kind of on the warmer side with lows in the 50s and highs in the 70s. If there's more cloud cover, high temperatures on Christmas Day may only reach the 60s. And then maybe a slight chance for rain on Thursday. This is just one computer model. The European is really showing a lot of rain on Thursday. So the European is actually bookending Christmas Day with some rain on Tuesday and rain on Thursday. I do buy the Tuesday, but I'm not so sure about the Thursday. I'm not so sure that that dip in that jet is going to be so pronounced it'll bring us a really good chance for rain on Thursday. So perhaps a slight chance on Thursday. That's entirely possible. And then as we head into the following weekend, you see what's happening here. What I think might happen too is maybe a little bit more pronounced flow, big ridge out west, and then that may dislodge and move colder air in here on Christmas, or not Christmas Eve, but New Year's Eve. That's something to watch. That's a long way out again. All right, so as we head through the day today, high temperatures, I believe, will be around 67. And then tomorrow morning, going to be quite chilly with lows. Let's see, there we go. Lows in the 40s, around 46. Hill country could see some 30s. And then tomorrow, high temperatures in the upper 60s. So kind of a replay tomorrow of what we had today. And then watch the backdoor front come in on Friday night. So Saturday morning, we could have some widespread 30s all around Saturday morning. This computer model is reluctant to dropping the temperatures into 30s on Saturday, but I think that's a pretty good bet. Matter of fact, northern Bexar County, I wouldn't be surprised it wouldn't mid-30s on Saturday morning. So just watch for that. That backdoor front could really affect us. Okay, so here's a 14-day forecast. Let's take a look. This is the way I see it coming together. Tomorrow, kind of what we had today, lows in the 40s, highs in the upper 60s. And then as we head into the weekend, upper 30s for Saturday morning. If you're watching from the hill country, definitely in the mid 30s, maybe even lower than that, high 63. Sunday, kind of chilly. I think low 44 and high in the low to mid 60s on Sunday. We should start to warm up on Monday with southeasterly winds. I think the southeasterly winds are going to really increase. And then on Tuesday, Christmas Eve, 61 for a low, 72 for a high. Really muggy, really humid. Pretty decent chance for rain. And then this weak frontal boundary comes in. So Wednesday, partly cloudy. If we do see clouds on Wednesday, which is definitely possible, instead of highs in the 70s, maybe the 60s. And then on Thursday, it's kind of what I did on Thursday with temperatures in the 60s all day long, kind of a weak frontal boundary coming in. Friday, lows in the 40s, highs in the 60s, and another cold front coming in, dropping us a little bit, upper 40s to lower to mid to upper 60s over the weekend of the 28th, 29th. And then Monday, sunshine, 68. And then on New Year's Eve, a sharper cold front. And notice what I've done on Wednesday, the 1st, January the 1st for New Year's Day, low 42 and a high of 58. And with that, I'm being a little bit conservative. On the 2nd and the 3rd of January, if that comes together, yeah, those temperatures could even be a lot colder than that. But that's a long way out. That's one of the reasons we do the 14-day, just to kind of give you something to look at there. Okay, I've got to run and do the noon show. We thank you so much for streaming. I really enjoy doing this and having like a longer weather. I think I've been on here 12 minutes or something. I don't know. But anyway, thanks so much. Make sure to watch noon, 4, 5, 6, and 10. And tomorrow is Friday, and I will be around tomorrow, Friday morning. All right. We'll see you later.